say that 4 times because for some reason it doesn't start picking up my audio until I do it. Anyways, folks, welcome. This will be my second playbook breakdown of 18. I know it doesn't really matter because it's the end of the year. Nobody should be playing this game right now. That's why I'm drinking beer while I do it. Call it a beer breakdown. First playbook I broke down, Pittsburgh Steelers, mainly just single back trips. There was some trio, some shotgun tight offset. Encouraging to check that out. Some really good stuff in there. That was my main book all year. But lately I've been working with the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be part 1 of hopefully 2 or 3. And we're going to start off with the strong close formation. I know not a lot of people are running the Niners playbook. I think West Coast has strong close in it, but nobody's using it for that. They're using it for bunch. Anyways, I'm just going to be calling, random cover 3, random cover 4, things like that, because it's really about the concepts that we want to get across here, that I want to get across. And that's all, really, it's really what you're doing with any formation that you look at. It's just concepts. Sometimes there are these, these one-off plays that have these unique routes in them, but to be a consistently productive player on offense, it's just about knowing the concepts, creating the concepts, and making the right reads. So, let's just get into it. Strong close, first player we're going to look at, double post. We'll look at this against a random cover 3. Why am I not... Oh, I can do this. Alright. So, the beauty of this play is you've got... What's going on? You've got double post routes. The one on the left is a little bit shorter than the one on the right. That could come into play if you wanted to. But you don't want to have both of the posts at the same time. So what you want to do, let's run with the Diggs post. And you just want to get Thielen out of the way. So you can put him on a drag. Okay, and if you're going to do that, you want to do something different with Rudolph. Either block him or put him on a comeback. That works. Or put him on a smart routed out like this. So now you have a high-low with Rudolph and Ham. You've got the drag coming across your line of sight, and you're really looking for the post route if it's open. A little bit of a bad read. I saw an opening. I would have had the deep out. So let's try that again. And you usually want to throw a low pass on that post route just because you don't want to get that safety the chance to make a hit like that. So backside you can also do deep out with Thielen, create a high-low with Ham and him, and you can either leave the tight end on that or you can have him block. Again, hit the post if it's there. We'll go right into the next play here. I should have had these on my audibles, but I didn't think about it. Probably should have thought about it. I do like to do twin HB. I would have set the audibles now. That way, I don't have to worry about this. So we're out. We already ran double posts, so we'll go full drive, cross. I think we're fine. Next play we'll go mesh. Again, concept. We'll just do round cover 2. You can run this play stock. You've got the twin drags creating a high-low with Thielen and Rudolph. And then just make the read. Because you're going to flood that zone. It's going to be worse against cover 3 for the defense than it was against cover 2. You just had to wait a little bit longer for it. But again, if you don't want to do that, you already have the high-low with Cook and Rudolph, so you can do smart routed out on that side. I threw it late, but that's what the high-low does. It puts that cornerback on an island. He's got to either take the flat route now, if he's playing hard flats. If he's playing cloud flats, he's going to be wide open in the flat. So I guess the other combo you can do, and this is one of the concepts that applies to any format or any play in this set, is the swing route with Murray with the smart routed out with Thielen. Now, you could leave him on the inside. I kind of like that because it creates a little bit different dynamic. Or, I was trying to talk, or you can motion him out and run it from the outside. So like that would look like this. You can let him get all the way out there. And it creates a little bit more of a problem for the defender because he's got to backpedal and deal with that. So he's on more of an island initially. If you're going to be doing those deep outs, you probably want to have the fullback in the block. But again, it's just really just make your read and wait. Now you notice there, the safety there started to backpedal and try to deal with the corner out, which left Thielen wide open. See how he drifts back? He's always going to do that. He's always going to backpedal like that. So again, just make your read, move on with your life, move the chains. Next play, FL drive. The thing about this play that you want to focus on is this backside post. It's the same backside post, skinny post really, that you see out of HB Wheel. You've probably had your head beat in with that play 100 times already by this time of the year. Again, you can run the stock. If that backside post is open, that's where you're going with the ball. He's going to split those safeties, and it's 2.5. So that's always your first read. Now the beauty though is that the drag route. Let me get back into this. Sorry. The drag route from Diggs comes into your line of sight, so you can be reading pretty much every route at the same time. But they're going to give me that. I'm going to take it. I could have waited a little bit and shot it upfield, but whatever. You get the idea. Now, for a play like this, I probably wouldn't leave the fullback route on because you need some time for that to develop. So just put Cook, just block him. That's all you got to do. So now you've got what? 7 dudes blocking. That's going to kill cover 2 every single time. Next play. Wide receiver out. The beauty of this play is that now the skinny post is being run by the tight end, also from the other side of the field. So they're never going to know where that post is coming from. And if it's the deep angle post from double post, or if it's from FL drag, or if it's from this. So again, you can run stock with the exception of Thielen's route because it doesn't develop quick enough. So again, do the smart routed out route. You could drag him if you wanted to. Really, the combo that we're looking for is the comeback and the fullback's route. And I missed the right read there. I'll show you what that is. So against cover 2, these posts are always going to be open. It's just as soon as they cross the linebacker's face, that's when you have to be ready to throw the ball. And when you're doing that, you want to actually have one of the backers one of the running backs in the block, because you're going to need a little bit of time for him to get past the middle linebacker, and then hit him. I shouldn't have thrown a high pass there, but you get the idea. As soon as he crosses there, it's open. Now, if he wants to user that, that's fine, because if he uses it, what's going to happen is you're going to have the comeback with Diggs is going to be open. The other thing you can do out of this set, slant routes with both flankers like that. Now you can either leave that post like that, or you can put them on a streak to occupy the safeties. Either way, and it's really just about clearing out the zone, either for your quarterback to run or to hit them on outside the numbers if they're running like a cover 4 or something like that. I'm like, you can do this at any play, right? The nice thing about these slants is they turn into broken plays that you don't even have to playmaker. So if they happen to have things locked up like they did in that play, then you just wait, basically, if they're not bringing heat. If they are bringing heat, one of them is going to be open. Try to keep this relatively short. So let's go through, see what other setups do I have on here for you. Okay, yeah, so we'll do wide receiver out again. Actually, yeah, okay, that's fine. The other setup for this, smart route it out, swing the halfback. You're going to create a high-low on that side, and then just make the right read, or maybe don't throw a garbage pass. That would be a good choice too. So that's what the setup looks like. And again, your reads on the right are the same. You want that post as soon as it crosses the linebacker's face. If they're running a cover 4, you'll see the linebacker kind of drift away from that comeback route. If he does that, hit him, and then your high-low on the left. So that linebacker drop back to cover the out route. You hit the swing, right? Now you can do this to both sides, right? So you could run it like this, and then you could put the comeback on the left side of the field now, because it's it's one of your built-in hot routes. Now you have the same look, but you're doing the high-low on the other side of the field. And see, he's going to be on an island. So even if you're late making your read, that means there's nobody out there to cover the quarterback. So they have to pick their poison on what they're going to do. And the beauty is that it's not a completely symmetrical formation, but it's close enough that you can run these concepts on either side. So we'll show that one more time, and then we'll get the hell out of here. So this isn't 40 minutes long. So there's the concept. It was a bad read. But, so yeah, I had the flat open. That was dumb. Especially with some of these high zone defenders. You could even run, I actually like this better, like the drag across instead of the comeback. Because now they're really in trouble, right? Because he's going to drift back. Before it was a little bit easier for him, especially with whatever zone rating he has, to play basically the to be able to play the out and the swing at the same time. But he can't do that if you're running a drag underneath it. See, like, one of those three guys is going to be open every single time. So just to recap, you've got the double post, you've got the wide receiver out, you've got the FL drive. FL drive, remember, you're focused on the deep post. You've got mesh, which you can run this stock, and then you can pretty much do anything you want with feeling. Use like the normal concepts that we talked about. You could, now you've got high-low drag. You've got everything covered on this, as long as they're not bringing super heat. That actually turns into the last setup that we just did with wide receiver out, but with the stock play basically, because you've got the drag, the out, and the swing, right? So the drag is coming from Diggs. You've got the out with Thielen, and then you can block the fullback and still have the same setup that you want. The corner route's not going to be as effective because you don't have anybody underneath him, but that's fine. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for part 2 of this, where we go into the shotgun sets, and I'll show you how they kind of mesh in with these, no pun intended. So yeah, check it out. Get your pool.